Nice.
And we're live. We'll give it a second to fill up, but
Awesome.
how you doing, Paul?
I'm doing great, man. How are you? How are you
Dude,
guys?
it's like we're always talking. I love it.
I know. I love it too, man. It's great. We keep up quite a bit. Even
handy.
so far as I did that cameo birthday shout out for Dara the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was so pumped to get.
I told Jess about.
That was awesome, man. That was so much fun. By the way, if you guys ever want shout outs, don't go through Cameo anymore. Save your $10. just send me, just message me. I'll give you a shout out on whatever you want. Very sweet of you guys.
That's the beauty of it.
You know,
The
you just
beauty
gave
of
us
it
like
is that
ultimate
we can
power
pay you
right
to do
there.
this.
Ultimate power. Manchurian candidate grade.
But like, Paul, you're a friend. Like, so you know, it's just like, just being sound like, hey, Paul, will you say hi to my buddy for me? Like, it's just, you know, like what, like it's like $3 or something. I guess it's not that bad. You're not charging an arm and a leg. If you're charging
No, I'm not.
$20, I'd say sure, but
Yeah.
you're doing okay.
You know, it's I think it was on, like, they do sales, and it, like, you either opt in or out. I don't think I even touch it, so it'll do sales sometimes. So I think the last one was $10. It was not on sale. I felt kind of bad. I'm like, oh, guys, young people, it's 2 beers or whatever. But I did one. I gave someone a birthday shout out. It was like a random person on Cameo, and it was during a sale, and so it was $5, and Cameo takes, I don't know, like 30%. So I think I got $3.50, and my phone kept messing up, and so I was getting progressively more and more angry as I'm trying to record this birthday shout out. I'm like trying to be friendly, and each time I had to just wipe off the fury. I'm screaming in the apartment. I'm like throwing shit because the phone just wouldn't. You wouldn't know until you were done recording that it didn't work. And Chelsea could hear me in the other room. Oh God, it's pretty funny. For $3.50, I couldn't even buy like a Frappuccino or some shit. I have a limited Starbucks opportunity for that entertainment work.
That's just kind of unique.
It's cool though. I mean, I think it's a really cool concept. You know, just getting shout out from. I know now. What's her name? One of the Kardashians. I can't think of the one who was a dad. I can't think of her name. Fuck. Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner. She's charging like $4 grand for shout outs.
I believe it.
Which I think is
they're the most expensive person on Cameo.
It's got to be.
Is she?
Yeah.
Damn,
you know,
that's crazy.
There was someone. I actually had someone had a really crafty use for one of my cameos. What they wanted was a testimonial for their business, and for $5, I gave a testimonial for like an educational course that they were putting on, claiming I had taken the course. Why not? That's what you're hiring me to do. I don't give a shit.
It's all coming out now. It's all coming out now.
It was brilliant. If you think about it, if you want to claim that people love your product, whatever it is, shoes, a course, don't hire an actor. Just go on Cameo, and for $5, you can you can get someone to claim they love you, like anything. I thought it was genius. I actually really enjoyed that they did that.
That's just fucking creativity.
Nick said, Nick. So see here, Paul. Nick Weary, friend in our chat now. He's saying he's a professional competitive eater, right? And I think the other day he ate 3 boxes of giant Lucky Charms cereal, right? But he was fucking crazy. But he says that when people started booking him on Cameo, he couldn't believe it.
Is that what his Cameo like trade? Like, is that his brand? Like he'll eat Lucky Charms while wishing you a happy birthday? Like what?
Yeah. He's just a bit of a beast. I think he's like, correct me if I'm wrong, Nick, I think he's number 6 ranked in the world in competitive eating, like in the men's division.
Oh, that's crazy.
His girlfriend is number 1 in the female division. So
imagine that couple. What a couple.
Dude, I'll never invite them to dinner.
You know what? But if they invite you, you know it's going to be fun.
There you go. Well, Nick's there anyway.
Man, that's hilarious. I got to look them up.
Yeah, how you doing, Nick?
That's funny.
I've
Never considered two power readers could meet each other.
Incredible.
Yeah, well, it's a small world. Thomas, you are lagging out so hard. Your Wi-Fi is dying,
Am I?
and it is asking for your help, and you're just ignoring it.
Give me.
I'll give you a second.
I actually have a video. I have a video. How is that any better now? Because I had a video processing. I don't know if that's any better.
Well, your camera's like laggy as it goes. But,
I'm gonna go on my
I can
phone.
hear you perfectly. All right, it's just your camera's laggy. But all right, there's 6 in the world. Oh yeah, fun fact about Nick: he's a bodybuilder. He's ripped.
I think I saw. I don't know if I caught the episode. I saw the thumbnail for it though, and yeah, this guy's killing it.
Before you, Nick used to have the record for most times being on the podcast.
Stop
and
it.
You swept the floor with it. You guys should be enemies.
So I guess I had a bigger appetite. I guess I.
All right, there you go, Paul. This is your first question.
Yeah. All right. So, all right. I've got a. What if a girl you're talking to texts you every second of the day? Okay. Well, all right. So, and I haven't done live. So, can they respond? Like, if
you can. Yeah, you can do it.
Okay. Because I mean, on the one hand, all right, it's great that she likes you. You know, that's cool. But yeah, that's kind of a lot. I mean, you could tell her like to kind of slow it down a little bit. She'd probably be a little fragile. You know, a girl who texts that much is probably a little insecure. Are we talking like, are we like high school, college? Like, are we like, is this young?
High school.
High school.
Yeah, he's in high school. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if you're into her, like the one easy thing to do, the easy thing is you just, all right, you got to regulate. You just regulate, man. You respond, just give it a little breather in between responses. You decide how long the responses go. And then if she gets upset about that, then be like, look, what do you know, I just can't text that often. You text a ton. I love talking to you. You know, I love our conversations. Everything's great. That's just kind of a lot of texting for me. I move at a little slower text pace. And she'll recognize your confidence. She's probably a little insecure. She'll see that you're more comfortable in setting your own boundaries, if you will, not to use such a heavy word. And she'll probably look up to you even more and want to, you know, mirror that. She could probably use a structure as well.
And Paul, we went straight to the questions there, but could you tell people just exactly your background on giving some dating advice? Because you've got a fair bit, like.
Yeah. So, all right. So basically, I grew up super awkward. I was really tall. I was pretty fat. My family was really poor. I stuttered heavily, like a real heavy stutter. I was vegetarian, and not because I was trying to be cool. I hated it. My parents were just hippie kind of and made us vegetarians. And so I stood out in every way you possibly could. I was just the most awkward kid. So, you know, I came from a pretty insecure background, I guess you would say. You know, like I didn't think about it when I was super young, but then once you get into school and, you know, kids get into that picking on each other phase, yeah, I got picked on a lot. I got picked on a ton. So like, I really had to learn what it meant to like fit in, you know, like nothing was ever easy for me. As time went on, you know, I started to figure out how people work. I started to get funny. You know, humor was a big thing for me. Like humor made it easy for me to make people laugh. And then we're not really, you know, it just took the awkwardness out of stuff. But with dating, I mean, I graduated high school a virgin, could not get a girl. Could not. Basically, the girls I wanted nothing to do with me, and the girls who wanted me, I didn't want. You know, like I was picky beyond my means, and I wasn't willing to give in on that. And
I know the type.
Yeah.
I got friends that were the exact same, and they got
totally.
no game.
Yeah, dude. But nonetheless, you're not just, you know, like there were cool chicks who wanted to date me. I was like afraid of like breaking some girl's heart. You know what I mean? Like, what if we're in high school? I don't know, some chick like. I still knew I was a good guy. I was just awkward. So anyway, it wasn't like once I got out of high school, then I just went for it. I started to go to college a little bit, and I just took it as a numbers game. I said, that's it. I'm just going to understand women. I'm just going to figure out what they're into, what they like, and not like a bad way, just like a human way. So I talked to every girl I had any interest in at bars, the least. I mean, I wasn't even 21. So like I would talk to girls at school, at the store, at the gym, just anywhere I saw a chick who I thought seemed cool, I would talk. And the frequency of yeses to nos started to change. I got more yeses to hang out, and it got great. And I picked up quickly. So in my 20s, I did really well. Like I just started to figure out in my 20s. Like I wanted a girlfriend, but I was too nice of a guy. Girls, I did everything wrong. I did everything wrong that a good guy could do. I'm sure I was needy. I was just, I probably text too. I don't know. I was just too available. I hated being alone so much that if I had a girl who wanted to spend time, why would I want to do anything else? Sounds like the greatest thing ever. Are you kidding me? Like you got a cool chick. Like that's what is better? Bowling, pizza. Who gives a shit? Let's hang out with this chick. So I'm sure I smothered the shit out of girls in the beginning, not knowing what I was doing. I tried to have relationships longer term. They didn't work out, but I dated, dude. I mean, holy shit, did I date in my 20s? Every girl on the planet. It just picked up. I moved to LA, and I started to really figure things out. And as time went on, you just learn a little bit at a time, and you remember what makes people comfortable, what makes hanging out with someone fun for you, what makes hanging out with you fun for them. And when I hit 30, I've only had relationships since. So I've really learned like kind of the beginning, middle, and end of like being alone, being a dater, being in relationships. And then as time's gone on, I've just really valued the health of a relationship, learning balance. I think I'm really good at observing people, observing how things work, even though I may have a delay, unfortunately, as life goes on. But and then I feel like I'm pretty good at regurgitating that information in ways that people can benefit, hopefully. So kind of long story short, short story long, I've been giving advice to guys for a very long time. Guys just started coming up to me at work, friends, people would refer other guys who needed help. And I've done some pretty cool stuff.
Dude,
we can talk about that
we've
later.
had our own questions for you as well.
Yeah.
If you got a friend who does it, you may as well ask him. So there you go. So there's another question here. It's more so on advice from a guy called Manuel here.
Okay.
He says, so advice he got years ago was, would you date yourself? Look into yourself before you think someone else dates you. What do you think about that?
Definitely that's on the table. 100%. You've got to have a perspective of what you're bringing. I would say if that doesn't have, if that's not the most explaining statement, one way to break that down a little bit, I like to use the word value a lot. Really, step one is learn to be alone. If you can get comfortable being alone and just really enjoy it, then you're going to be more picky about who you spend your time with. That's a foundation, and we could talk about that a lot. But as far as dating yourself, you gotta ask yourself, why would this girl want to date you? And don't use it to shoot yourself down, but just ask yourself, do you bring anything to the table? Are you cool? Are you fun? Are you a nice guy? Do you have a job? Just what do you bring? But one of the more important questions I like to ask is, are you aware? Think about her. Think about her. A big game changer is when you stop looking at yourself, because when you can pick yourself apart. And if you think that you're not everything you want to be, and you start comparing yourself to every fictitious stud guy that these girls probably could have, you're not even going to walk up to her. You're going to talk yourself out of introducing yourself. You're going to go home frustrated and pissed, and you're going to drink extra and punch a wall.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Like,
but instead, look at it this way, man. Turn the interview around. You hold the interview. If she's a girl who's looking for a guy, she has a need. Doesn't that already make it a little more comfortable for you? She has a need. She wants a relationship with a guy. If she's married or gay, forget it. You know what I mean? It's just not on the table. Move on. But if she's a single girl looking to meet a guy, well, there's your in. So now focus on her problem. I mean, not problem, you know what I mean? But like, look at what she needs.
Can offer her.
And the fact that she needs it. Because if you feel like you're selling something to somebody who doesn't want it, it's going to be awkward the whole time. That sucks. Don't even just know that they already want. You know what I mean? Like, she's in the desert.
It's not difficult to know. Yeah, it's pretty clear. So but I mean, you've a good point there. You know,
it's a really good point. Shit.
Yeah. You guys writing this down because I am.
I'm fucking writing it down.
But dude, like, if I wasn't already going out with someone and I was single, I would take a fair bit of advice there. You know, I'd work on myself and see what I have to offer someone.
Yep.
But look, if you're in that position, well, maybe take a look at that. But Nick here says, even though you have the appearance record, he likes you, you're genuine, and you're a smart cat. I think you guys should do something together. I think you both have some kind of shows.
Oh, you two would get along so well.
Yeah.
Nick, you sound awesome, man. Yeah.
That's a fucking legend. Would you look who it is?
Dara showed up to say
the birthday boy. You. Oh, I love you, brother. The freshly turned birthday man. What's that?
No, I'm just reading. We got 3 questions
let's
here.
Let's
do the Nick one.
Look at this one first. Nice.
Good job.
Stop clicking it.
After you. No. Yeah, man. After you.
All right.
So this is when he talks about Mickey. Mickey is his current girlfriend, and he goes, honestly, I refused to even talk to Mickey for a bit. Essentially scared that she wouldn't want anything to do with me. Lo and behold, it's the best decision I ever made to take that shot. God damn it.
They're having a baby as well, so.
Oh, wow.
They went somewhere. So proud of you guys.
And that's Nick. Well, the baby will be well fed, I'm sure. That's going to be a healthy baby. Congrats.
Oh, Congrats.
My God. Talk about 2 competitive eaters? That baby's going to be a monster.
Yeah.
That is.
Didn't Nick say he didn't want the baby to be a competitive eater? Jordan?
Yeah, the baby will. They'll never be allowed to do a competitive eating.
It won't be skinny.
Yeah. Oh God, no.
So the next one here. Replace secondary school with high school.
What's that now? Replace.
Okay. Next question here.
Replace secondary. Secondary school over there. What is that? College?
That's like high school.
Oh, okay. What about it? I'm missing the question.
So like,
if you're in like high school.
Oh, dude. All right. Yes. All right. High school is a microscope. It is a microscope. Tiny. Yes. Everything. Pretty much your dating life is all you have in high school. I mean, none of you have jobs. You know what the hell else are you guys doing? You're not like pro athletes yet. Yeah. It's huge. Relax. Just relax. Just remember what I was saying a moment ago. Focus on her interests in solving her own problems. Just play it cool. Just relax. It's the less you want them, the more they'll want you. But you gotta be on the board. She's got to know you're interested, but just be cool about it. And really just, God, in high school, there's probably, I don't know, unless you go to a small school, there's probably a ton of chicks. Just be honest with yourself. Just really let your mind be balanced. There's so many girls you could be talking to that like one isn't don't let one change your whole world, you know, like just chill, go easy. And she'll probably be like the guy who was talking earlier about texting you 100 times a day. It's one of you has to want the other one more.
Yeah.
And just don't be the one who wants it more.
Yeah, easy. If she's texting you a couple 100 times a day. You're doing pretty well, buddy.
Yeah,
guys got game.
You're in. But all right, to that effect though, especially at that age, there are simple little things which I'm not into, like tricky games. I'm not. But there are some kind of rules of thumb to keep in mind that are just basics. Like for one, keep an eye as to like if she texts you one line, do you text a paragraph back? Don't do that.
That's important.
You know what I mean?
Actually,
yeah. And if she sends you a text, do you call her back? Don't do that. You know what I mean? Sometimes, sure. Sometimes, yeah. You're running out the door. You don't have time to text. Sure. But like, subtly keep an eye on the balance of the relationship. If you text her a paragraph, does she text you one line back? Yeah, she's losing interest. Keep your responses short. Be more careful with your words and just always leave her wanting a little more. Because really, you don't want to be texting. You want to hang out. You want her to be asking you. You want her to be asking you to hang out. You want her to be asking you. Make sure she's asking you stupid questions. Like, I can't decide what for lunch today. Should I have pizza or fucking soup? You know what I mean? Like, just make sure she's asking you dumb shit. You know what I mean? If you're not getting dumb questions like that, she's not. You gotta. I compare it to chocolate cake. If you offer a girl a slice of chocolate cake, she's gonna be pumped. Everyone loves chocolate. And for the first 2 bites, she's gonna be like, "Oh, this is so good." But 3 bites in, no one wants a whole piece of chocolate cake. You get sick of it. So. But if you're a chef or a baker and you serve someone a whole chocolate cake that you're super proud of and they only take 2 bites, well, you could easily get offended thinking they don't like it. And then you act weird. Don't get offended and don't overserve. Serve a little bit just to draw some interest and then leave them hungry for when you serve them next. Do you like chocolate cake?
That is fucking great. Jesus Christ.
Right? Facts right now.
Wow.
Right?
Holy shit, man. That is like the smartest, what is that, analogy I've ever fucking heard of chocolate cake.
This next one now, it's something like a lot of people are going through at the moment because of the fucking COVID. We even had a guest today who's going through. We had a chat about that. What do you reckon about this, Paul? What do you think of long distance?
I mean, you're going to find out if you get along. Sex isn't part of it. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to have a relationship, if you're going to really date someone, monogamy, like even if you're young, like monogamy is not the term, but, just date one person. Yeah, you better like them. So it's a great way to find out if you like them. If the conversation sucks, if you're always like, I can't even believe the stuff this person says back, they're so dry, then maybe don't waste their time. Be conscious of their time. If their responses are lame and, or if they just have totally different opinions, you don't see it coming together. You get to find out what that's about. But if you find out you're like, oh my God, we finished each other's sentences, we're both on the same page. Okay, then you kind of put the vegetables before dessert. You know what I mean? Like it's, you're doing the hard work up front, and then the payoff is that it'll be super exciting when you do hang out and easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After you. No, please.
I was just going to say, it's difficult if you're different countries, but I guess with the States, it would be something similar. Like with the distance between some states, it's similar to like countries here. But Dara, in his case, I won't go into details, but he's got a other side of the world kind of job going on.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But fortunately, he knows the person anyway, so
yeah.
I think better.
I mean, the thing is though, and I guess it's really weird with COVID. It's pretty strange, but in general, I wouldn't look for that. I mean, it sounds like Dara already knows this girl, so that's great. There's already like a reason to invest in it. But in general, don't do it because no one else around you will talk to you. Don't do it like if you're feeling like it's your only option, then you're really avoiding other problems. You're really avoiding some work that you got to do on what makes you comfortable and how you see relationships. you know, like they used to, like in the 90s, I think it was, they had like Russian mail order brides. Guys would like buy Russian women in the mail. They just had a Family Guy about it.
That happened here too.
Yeah, like, and that just means that you're uncomfortable. You know what I mean? It means you're avoiding the fact that you don't know how to mingle. You know, so if it happens, hey, then it happens, and you figure it out. And you know, it's best if there's a plan as to when it's going to end. But you know, so that you can come back together. School gets out or whatever. But if you're doing it because it's your only option, then you should explore yourself a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, if you got friends like that, direct them here. We got the live Q&A going. So the next one here, basically, what to do about gold diggers?
Gold diggers, huh?
Yeah, how to tell if a girl really likes you or just wants your stuff. That's important.
Don't give her any. That's easy. Yeah, don't give her any.
Dude, you live in California. It's like gold diggers left, right, and center. That place is founded on gold diggers.
Oh, yeah, but all right, so this is where you learn the value of you. Literally. And this is where you start to teach the value of you. Just know that you're where it's at. You got to honestly believe, dude, like you want to really crush this, you want to really have the most opportunity you could possibly have, you got to believe you're the fucking shit. Honestly, you got to, and not in like a fake way and not in like a delusional way, but just you got to really, dude, take a look around. A lot of guys are bums. A lot of guys don't know how to talk. A lot of guys say dumb shit. A lot of guys are jerks. Like just so many people, they don't bring that much. So if you really feel like you bring something to the table and you don't have to be, I don't know, like what's the male counterpart to the gold digger, the male gold giver? Then don't. You know what I mean? Like observe the person, feel them out. Don't give them stuff to make them want to be around you. Dude, guys, it's sad. Part of the reason I enjoy helping guys is because I see guys give way too much because they don't feel like they bring enough. And that's sad. And there are girls who will just hang out. There are gold diggers. They will just suckle on that till you're dry. There are girls who will take gifts. They'll take cars. Dude, when I was a little kid, my uncle knew a guy who played in the NFL, and he put his girlfriend through college. As soon as she graduated, she dumped him.
Oh, come on.
I'm telling you, it happens. This shit happens. Wow. Girls get houses. I live in LA. I knew a girl back in the day. She used to hook up with a guy in his 60s because he owned a casino. He had a yacht and a private jet. She was a hot 24-year-old. And yeah, she got a sick BMW out of it. But you know, those guys, sometimes like those guys just feel like they have to. They don't feel like they have any value. If you feel like someone might be doing that, just regulate, dude. I'm not saying cut them off cold, but like ease back on the gifts and see if they stick around. And if they don't, then there you go. You're fine. She's gone.
And if your shit broke and they still stick around, you're probably onto something.
Dude, it's like
Actually,
the first coming to America. You have to denounce your wealth.
But before we move on to the next question, I actually have a good one that might help out. What about like for first dates? Like, should the man pay, Paul?
Dude, that's a great question. Yes. I say yes, definitely. You've got to be a gentleman. You know, you have to. Chivalry's not dead. Don't let it die. I would say at least the first 3 times. Up to 5. By 6, you should be letting her cover 1 of them. But by 3, she should be offering, which is sweet on her part. But you definitely pay for the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And maybe like 4th and on, you could let her cover 1. And as time goes on, it'll become 50-50. I mean, that's how life works, you know, eventually. But great question. 100%. You pay in the beginning. Always hold doors. Do the little stuff. Be a fucking good dude.
Basically, like, you could sum up this entire conversation by saying, be a good dude.
Be a good dude.
There are some schlimeballs out there. There's some dodgy lads. And that's the reason you have to have these conversations. Or there's also lads who just don't know can't find their confidence. They just get nervous around women. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, that's what I teach.
Women who get nervous around men. Blah, blah, blah.
Dude,
Nice,
there you go. That's it. Like, don't underestimate that she's nervous too.
Yeah.
Do you know how fucking bizarre it is in a girl's mind if you're, all right, think about it. If you've put aside your faults and you've stepped to the table with your values forward and you don't even have to advertise them, you just know that they're there, you're comfortable enough with yourself, that's why you approached her. And then you don't spend the first few minutes glorifying everything you've done in your life or being strangely in your head and out of the moment because you're nervous about yourself. If instead of those two shit angles, you go in wanting to know more about her because you're curious if she might be a fit for you. Yeah. Dude, next thing you know, you're going to be asking her about herself. That's girls' favorite, anyone's favorite conversation is themselves.
Yeah. People like to talk about themselves. That's not being a narcissistic thing. That's just people like being asked or people interested in them. So go with that angle. You'll do well.
And because you want to know about her, you're going to be listening to what she says. Now you're a great listener. And you're actually picking up on who she is. Dude, if nothing else, every time this girl sees you, she's going to have like a little endorphin rush because you're the guy who asks her about her. That's exciting. When you do it right, it all falls into place like dominoes. It really does.
Best advice for starters, people who just kind of getting started with their game, maybe young lads starting to date.
All right. Here's an analogy that I just wrote this like a week ago, and it'll be stand-up material, but it's for real dating. And I ran out of the shower when I thought of this. My girlfriend was on the couch reading, and I just ran out. I'm like, hun, check this shit out. Fucking standing there butt naked in the living room. I just was so excited about this analogy. And she's like, she loved it. And later, like a few days later, she's like, you realize you just run around naked, just yelling shit about ideas. And I'm like, yeah, I guess, whatever. When it comes to it comes.
Work.
Yeah. So for beginners, here's something you got to know. It's very important that you are a nice guy. But it's equally important that you know that's not your selling point. What I mean is this. Dating is actually kind of an interview for a job. And guys don't realize that. The job is to bring security to a relationship. Women, I don't know how to say it without sounding a little fucked up, but like they're a little more inclined to chaos, I guess. I don't know. They have more parts than we do. Like they have more hormones. They can get a little fucked up sometimes. And it's not a bad thing. It's just they're a little more emotional. Part of your job as a...
we're all different. Like.
Yeah. And so part of a guy's role is to bring some grounding, just to bring some sense of security. You have to know, you want to really be valuable in a relationship as a man, you've got to be stronger than her fears. Know that. That is cornerstone. You must be stronger than her fears. And in time, she'll tell you what her fears are, and you'll learn those. So in the beginning, when I say bring security, you've got to be a nice guy. But here's the analogy that I really enjoy. And what it is this. Think of security as being the trunk of a tree. We'll let Thomas jump back on because he'll enjoy this. You back there, buddy?
Sorry, it said my mic wasn't working. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
Oh, good. Yeah, I said my mic wasn't working. Sorry about that.
That's good. So think of this analogy. Security is the trunk of the tree, and being nice is the leaves. Now, you can have a tree trunk with very few leaves, and that's still a tree. But if you just have leaves and no trunk, that's a bush. And she already has one of those. Doesn't need you.
God damn it, Paul. You've done it again.
You just can't wait to say like the joke version on the stage.
I can't wait. I have not had a chance to throw it out there yet. But part of it is because...
Just call
you like that?
Every comedy club will listen. Like, please, I need to get in there now.
I was so excited when I thought of that.
I know it's 4 a.m. Please, just let me in. Just one joke.
I got one joke. I gotta get on. Give me 10 seconds.
All right, we got some praise coming your way, Paul, at the moment.
Okay.
A lot of people throwing compliments, taking notes. Yeah,
Easy saying thanks for the advice. Manuel over here, he's taking notes. Alex Rode is also taking notes. Thomas Playboy over here saying this man is a legend. Yeah, man.
I love it. I really enjoy this. Like my goal, my curiosity is, can I take years of frustration and shrink them into moments of advice for other guys so that you have more happiness in your life and less struggle? That's my curiosity. That's what I want to know,
Yeah. There's another one there. Nice one from Dara Daly.
You, sir.
Yeah, if you have any more questions, you may slap them in there.
Let's see. There's a couple you've scrolled past here. Like,
Did I?
let's see. Yeah, well, just like we were
right?
talking. Yeah, no, that's fine. Let's see.
There
is this one. I don't know. Is that really a question? Oh, well, it's not a question. It's more of a, thinking about all the divorces, like.
What do you attribute that to, Paul? You're kind of an expert in relationships. What do you think people are splitting up at the moment?
Well, people didn't know this much about each other. Sometimes people get together because they didn't want to be alone, not because they were excited about the other person. And if that's the first reason you're together, it will destroy you at some point. And I think COVID just sped it up. So I see a smirk.
I'm not trying to laugh at what you're saying.
No.
Someone said something so stupid.
Oh, Jesus.
We'll get to it.
But I get what you're saying. You're absolutely right. Like, you end up with someone like you don't even fucking know.
Yeah.
You realize you're not interested in the person at all. And look, this is the people who are like brave enough to get a divorce.
Yeah.
Like there's people who are still sticking it out. Maybe like they have kids and they don't want to, cause any more.
Kids are the other reason. What if they had a kid before they knew if they were a fit? What if they had, got pregnant 4 months in? Next thing you know, you got 9 months of thinking about the baby. So you advance to a year and a half into someone you only knew for a few months.
Yeah. No,
and you did it because of the baby. Like,
that's rough.
Yeah. There's a lot of, it's important, I think, to take it slow. Don't have kids early. I have to know what you're smiling about. Like you've got something good.
I'll bring it up in a second. Just keep going.
Right.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry if I'm putting you off. No, you're absolutely right. But yeah, the kids is a big factor. Sure, I know myself, like fucking people in the town or people up the town who got together because they had kids. And divorce laws in Ireland are pretty dodgy, aren't they? You have to be like separated for 2 or 5 years.
5 years. You can't be living with each other for 5 years before you get divorced. So you're separated for 5. Yeah. Separated for 5.
That's the strangest shit I've ever heard.
Dude, it's fucking. We live in a weird place.
It's fucking mad. Yeah.
That's why like the divorce rate is probably like
so new in Ireland.
Well, you guys come from. I mean, Ireland. People always think Irish Catholic. There's a lot of religion in your society, right?
If it's very religious based, it's not going to last. It's going to go away.
Yeah.
That whole idea. The idea that you're going to like force them to have to endure this for 5 years. That's pretty rough. But it does also give them a chance to maybe get back, maybe figure it out.
Divorce only came here like in 1999, right? That's when the divorce referendum was in Ireland. You're only allowed, like 22 years. You've only been allowed to get divorced in Ireland. Like, it's fucking mad, isn't it? People would just have to stick it out for the rest of their lives. Like,
or just walk into new relationships still married. I guess it's probably a lot of technically adultery, even though all parties agreed they knew what was going on.
Yeah, that's actually what they used to do here. Like they'd say, they said like the person moved on.
Yeah.
Like when they were like separated because like it wasn't agreed upon in the Catholic Church or whatever, but you couldn't get remarried. You just went off and you lived with your new partners and you both had moved on, or like whatever they call it there.
It's just
it was really awkward. You'd basically be like shunned by your local area, but that hasn't been the case for maybe 40 odd years. So,
man,
very
go on,
deep,
put it up. Yeah,
go on,
do
question.
it.
Yeah.
You're like covering your face to say it. What do we got?
So this is a question from Jared's girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Nice one.
Best
Nice
advice for the old Dutch oven? Is that what we're talking about? Here's the thing. So I had to explain. So my girlfriend, this is actually a really important topic because there's some psychology in this. My girlfriend, early on, I don't know, a year or two in, she got a little upset that I would fart around her because we were living together. I mean, you got nowhere else to go. You know what I mean? Like, you're in my house, I'm in yours. Like, this is what, we're doing this. And so she actually, I didn't know she was feeling this way. She goes, I feel like you wouldn't have done that in the beginning. You do it more now. Is it because you care less about me? Blindsided. I had no idea she was feeling so hurt. She was feeling like I maybe was rejecting her in a way, like I wasn't as into her. I said, the opposite. I'm so glad you asked. This is the case. I am so comfortable around you that I'm myself around you. And I just, it's kind of funny to fart around another person sometimes because it's so rare you can do it. The fact that I do fart around you lets you know that I've brought you into my world. Like I've really, it's actually a sign the relationship is doing very well. And yeah, I think. I mean, maybe not 4 times a day, maybe see a doctor, but like once in a while, the old Dutch oven is just good times.
The advice you're giving here is be grateful. Thank you, Paul.
You know what? Well said.
Jesus. Oh, jeez, that's rough. That's
maybe she's commenting worse.
I don't care. He farts, but why trap me? Well, because it's just not easy to do. Men are hunters, in our DNA. So the idea that we could actually trap you, usually you're going to be a little squirrely. You know what I mean? Like blankets don't zip on all sides. You have so many ways to get out. If we can trap you under, it's sort of like our men, I don't know, like our musk or some weird shit. I don't know. But I think I don't know, like, how often are we talking about?
Not often enough. Next question.
No.
No. That's just fucking dumb shit, man. I haven't fucking done that since like before the pandemic. That's how dumb that is.
That shouldn't be daily.
I did it to her once, maybe twice. I know she getting work done on her house, so she was in this other one I rented for a while, and we're down there, and we're just kind of chilling, having a chat. I think Altered Carbon was on. Wasn't paying attention. She's on her phone. I seen the opportunity, and by God, did I go for it. But yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Sometimes you got to do
it. There you go.
Right
anyway,
there.
Atomic Football is probably the best question so far tonight. It's fucking serious.
What is it?
Thank you, Shauna. No, thank you, Shauna.
Thanks, Shauna.
That was great. Oh, fuck. Now, this is actually a really interesting one. Like, because the pandemic has fucked up a lot of relationships, right? I mean...
Good luck dating at the moment. Like, that's rough.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's horrible.
You're not getting a second date anymore.
No.
Where you
just get a girlfriend, like, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be single.
Okay, so this is not only relevant, but I like the second half because it you got to do this. I've considered coming up to random women on the street and do some small talk.
Let's break that down.
Yeah.
Let's get over the first creepiness part of that.
I know. Yeah, don't spring out of the bushes. Don't do it in the dark.
But he's not sure it's the best approach. So I guess what he's asking is if he does want to talk with the whole COVID thing, if he wants to start talking to women, what's the best way to go about it?
Grocery stores.
Really?
Yeah. Grocery stores.
Yep. Practice at the grocery store. I met an Israeli model, beautiful girl one time at Whole Foods because she was looking at like Power bars and Cliff bars and shit. And there was just a whole rack of them. And I thought she was really hot and I just wanted to talk to her. And I went up to her. I was like, are any of these really better than the other? Like, are any of these actually good for you? Yeah, I mean, we ended up dating for a while.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That's it.
Fucking
That's it. That's
this guy's
it.
got game.
Dude, you just start conversation. If you're not regularly, it sounds funny going up to random women. I mean, that sounds very like crazy, but like, I mean, that is what you're doing. If you're not initiating conversation with new women, I think it's a great exercise. I used to go to Whole Foods on 3rd in Hollywood only to pick up women, not for food. Just, I did it every day for a while because I didn't have anything else to do and I wanted to be social. I knew everyone there. Yeah, you should do that, definitely. And a grocery store is a great place to do it. You know, with COVID, I guess it can be a little strange. So don't be offended if people don't want to keep talking, because some people might be just serious germaphobes. But
outside actually might be better then, because people won't be as conscious about it. Because like if your first thing when someone starts talking to you is, I gotta make some distance here, nothing's going to come out of that.
Exactly. Yeah, any place. If you have a dog, go to a dog park. Just find reasons. And like I said about the whole high school thing, don't want anything from it. Just chat. If that's your only intent is just to have a conversation with a new person, one piece of advice, I treat all women the same, whether they're 3 or 103. I treat all women the same. Cool, casual, like what we're talking for a reason. Just talk with them because you genuinely want to know. Maybe she knows more about Cliff Bars than you do. Maybe that leads to going home. Maybe.
There you go.
I've taken girls home from red lights.
Like
more than once.
Red light, green light.
Yeah, more than once. I was sitting next to a girl at a red light in Hollywood. I was on my way to be a waiter at the Cheesecake Factory, and her window was down. My window was down. I noticed she was throwing me a little eye contact, a little smile. I threw it back, and I was like, "Hey, you seem really cool." She's like, "Yeah, you're really cute." I'm like, "Where are you going?" She was going to work down the street from me. She came to the restaurant to say hi. We dated for a while.
Not bad.
Yeah. Anywhere.
Well, for some.
Anywhere. What's that?
I said, well, for some. And then next one here, we kind of covered this already. So, again, getting started, if you want to start dating. To sum it up shortly again, what would you say, Paul?
If what now? For the best thing to get started?
Yeah, if you want to start dating.
Numbers. It's all in the numbers, man. Just talk to as many girls as you find any interest in. Just talk to as many as you can. Just casual conversation. You know, if you only talk to one girl, then it's all or nothing. You talk to 30 in 2 weeks, probably, yeah, you're going to be the one deciding if you're going to go on a date with one of them. Numbers, just numbers. You've got to talk to a lot. You got to, spread yourself out a little bit. That's a great place to start.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a really good.
There's there's a point that I wanted to mention earlier, briefly too, when we were talking about the niceness, but don't lead with it, and the security thing that guys bring. One thing that always blew my mind, and I think every guy's wondered this, every nice guy, because I generally work with nice guys and teach them how to have teeth.
And what does that mean from like what you're dealing with realistically? What is the nice guy?
Nice guy is like you're probably raised by women. You know, you're probably raised more by your mom than your dad. Maybe you have sisters, not brothers. You're probably a nice guy. You like can't wait. You can't wait to start dating a girl so you can bring a girl flowers. You know what I mean? like nice. You're like a nice guy. Like you're not a dickhead.
Yeah.
But that's why I point out you got to bring security to kind of check that a little bit. Like I said, it can't be your selling point. It's a great perk, but where I'm going with this is assholes. When you're a nice guy, it'll always drive you nuts that assholes seem to do so well. Jerks always have girlfriends. You ever notice this?
Yeah. I do.
You'll actually hear girls say, "Oh, I hate my boyfriend. He's such a fucking asshole, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I got to run. He's here to pick me up." Not her ex-boyfriend who she broke up with because he was a jerk. No, girls like jerks. Jerks do really well. It's a frustrating part of being a nice guy. Jerks crush it. But it's because they lead. Like if a girl sees that a guy's an asshole, one, it means that she has a challenge ahead of her. Girls want a challenge. If she feels like she owns you, she's going to lose interest and she's going to move on to a greater challenge. You have to keep some mystery. Jerks are always mysterious. A girl doesn't feel like she can conquer a jerk because he hasn't let her in. She's always, the challenge is how do I get into this guy? How do I get him to let me in? And that'll be her focus. And it won't matter how nice of a guy next door is. This guy who doesn't hold her door for her and doesn't give her the time of day, she's going to pursue that because it's like a puzzle. Mm. But I think where the attraction of that is, if he's an asshole to her, it lets her know he's probably an asshole to everybody, and he's not going to get walked on wherever he goes. And that ultimately leads to protection for her. But if you lead with being a nice guy, she's going to know, all right, I could break you, and I don't want a guy who I could break.
Jesus Christ. Like Drago from Rocky, I break you.
Dude, chicks know that. Dude, think about this. All right, in our DNA, women know subconsciously that there will come a point in their maturity where they will be down for 9 months at a time. They will be carrying a baby, they will be vulnerable, and especially toward the end, they'll be physically unable to really be very physically productive because they have to keep the baby safe. This is just in our DNA. So they know that during these times when they're not able to be physically strong, they need a guy who can kick ass for both of them. That's what they need. They need to know that the guy can carry the load of himself, her, and the baby, and she does not have to worry about it. She can sleep at night in the fucking cave knowing this guy can still go out and slay the dragon. If she knows that, I promise you, you will eat well for the rest of your life and you will have a great wife. If your woman worries that she is going to have to fight your fucking battles, you are dead in the water. And God help you if you have enough money or something that keeps her interested in you that leads to a long-term relationship. I see it all the time. Not gold-digging women, just nesters, women who want a relationship and want the security of a family and a home. And they see a guy who's a producer. He makes good money, but he's a fucking wimp. And she'll hate him, but she'll still have a family with him. And that guy will get his ass beat for his whole fucking life. And she will hate him for his whole life.
You could see that everywhere. So you have friends who have that exact situation you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And dude, I know myself. That's fucking rough.
You've seen it. We've all.
Yeah.
We probably know 2 or 3 guys right now.
Yeah. I'm going to start letting people in here to actually ask you questions down in a few minutes.
Oh shit.
But before we do that, I actually have my own question for you. I'm asking in general. So, we're talking a lot about like meeting people, but realistically, you're talking more about keeping it going with people. Right. So, what do you recommend? Like, it's great to date for maybe 2 months and have your fun, but if you actually like are into the person, what advice do you have for all the lads watching?
What, as far as taking it, what do you mean? Like, as far as taking it past the first few dates?
Dating to actually being a relationship that's worth keeping.
Just really pay attention to your genuine interest in the other person. If you're doing it because you don't want to be alone, if you're doing it because she's hot and you just like your friends seeing you with a hot chick, then you're being a jerk. You know what I mean? You're being a prick, man. If you're doing it because, she makes you feel like you're cooler, you're gonna end up sucking her dry. She's gonna walk away from you eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet you thought that was going to be the way around.
Oh my God! Wait, all right, hold on. Let me ask you this: have we ever gone over my tattoo? My
the bitch one?
Yeah.
One, yeah. Yeah. The bitch one. Yeah, I think we've heard that story. Yeah.
Because that's a lesson in itself, and I see a lot of guys. That is about guys going the wrong way. Like guys. Just not really knowing why the girl would like them, and so kind of throwing everything. It's like the opposite of a gold digger. Like trying to give too many things that you shouldn't to keep someone around. If you're trying to see if a relationship should last, just really focus on your interest in that person and see if you really like them. And then it's easy. But do you like them for the right reasons? And be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Have you never dated a hot girl and this is the hottest girl you've ever been with? And you like how guys treat you differently at a restaurant because you walk in with her? Is that why you're with her? Be honest with yourself. You know? If so, you're going to act differently and you're not going to be you and you're going to fuck that up. You know, are you just using her because she'll put out and you can get laid whenever you want and she's just a sex buddy, but she thinks you're her boyfriend? Be honest with yourself. Be honest, man. You know?
All right. Well, I'm going to in the first person here, and they look like they're at some desperate need of advice. Come in here now, Shauna. Tell us. Any questions for Paul?
Yeah. Thanks for your comments, honey.
I'm glad you're out from under the blanket.
What's that? Oh, we lost her. Oh no.
Oh no. I saw her pinching her nose.
Jared,
it looked like
she's still here. Come here. What are you talking about? She's still here, man. Don't worry about
Signal looks pretty weak. Can't believe it's just internet, man. Yeah, there she is.
No, man. She's still there. She is. Hi, Shauna.
Hi.
Here, someone has a question there. Who was Paul Roseberry? But I don't think Paul needs any introduction if you watch the show. Paul's been on here more times than anyone else. You know, Paul is an amazing comic, and he's also I don't know what do you call it when you give dating advice to guys?
Yeah,
a pimp,
dating coach, confidence coach. I mean, coach is such a cheesy term these days. It's such a cheesy term. But
realistically, it's what you do.
Yeah, it's dating coach.
There you go. There we go. Shauna,
any
you seem to
questions
be
for Paul?
lagged out.
I think you've done that.
Right.
On purpose.
She's
Here,
in and
let's
out.
go on.
Haven't you?
I didn't do
You're
that.
trying to stop the
There she is.
There she is.
Yeah.
Shauna, do you have any questions for Paul, or do you have any advice for guys who have no game?
I think what Paul said was a good idea, like going up to women like in like the grocery store, but don't walk up to them just like hi, like actually start a conversation. Because if you enter a conversation just being like hi, then it's like
nice
putting all of the pressure on the other person to start the conversation, and they're 100% going to be creeped out, and they're going to walk up. Because I have had men.
I agree.
I have had men come up to me and just be like hi, and I've been like,
oh,
hello.
I'm like, hi, who are you? Like, leave me alone. Like, I'm just trying to buy biscuits. Like, it's just.
Gotta go get some biscuits.
Yeah.
But also,
like, if you walk into a conversation with confidence and actually have something to say, then that's a whole other dynamic.
there you go.
Same with women.
This girl speaks the truth.
You writing this stuff down, Jared?
Fuck you.
I'm not Jared. Like, it wasn't the
Take
other
out
way
your
around.
notepad there, Jared. Write this down. She's giving. I'm just trying to give the guy some advice.
Definitely have something. And like, if you can be funny with it, if you can add any sort of humor. I mean, I can't imagine being a girl and a guy just walks up just hi. Oh God, that's
It's just so
awkward.
uncomfortable. It's like, bro,
Yeah.
why? And he just kind of stands there, and you're like, yes. Can I do something?
But I think the only reason, like a guy who does that doesn't understand. You know, he doesn't have much skill. But I will say the only defense for the guy is that if a girl does that to a guy, it's fine. If it goes the other way, just the fact that she approached you.
Guy who'd have a problem saying hi back.
Oh, dude, I was at a bar one night and it was my birthday. I forget what birthday. I have no idea. I was in my 20s. I was out in Hollywood, and this girl was so cute. I was checking her out all night long, and I was getting drunker and drunker as the night went on. But I didn't go up to her. I don't know. She was with friends. I didn't go up to her. And she finally walks up to me, and she goes, "So you're gonna stare at me all night long, and you got nothing to say?" And I was like, "Oh, yo, this chick is awesome, dude." Yeah, we dated for a little bit, like a little bit. Like, I loved it. It was awesome.
Yeah, well, for some.
Damn.
Jeez.
Yeah. All right,
Oh.
Shauna, get out of here. Bye. Thanks for hopping on, and
Great to meet
have
you,
a nice
Shauna.
day. Let's get the very good-looking, the very handsome.
You can tell he's a child of God, thanks to the cross.
There it is.
No sex before marriage, no hand holding either.
This guy doesn't need
I'm not
advice.
that Quaker, man. I'm not that
It's one of
Quaker.
those.
Yeah. Actually, as a matter of fact, he's never looked at a woman. He's just read stories. PG.
Drawings.
Yeah.
No, not even
What do you
drawings, not
say,
those.
Joe?
There you go. How you doing, Manuel? Thank you for hopping on and accepting the slagging. You got any questions for Paul?
I posted one, but I guess I'm gonna say it. How do you repair a friendship that ended badly years ago?
A friendship that ended badly? Okay, so like, but did you date or just friends?
Friends.
Did one of you try to date? Like, why did it end?
We had a fight. You know what I'm talking, Gerald.
No, I know Stephen down here, and I
So-
can't believe he did that. Sorry.
I would say
Stephen is a legend.
be willing to apologize. If it were your fault and you did something out of character, apologize for it. And just think about why you want them back in your life as a friend. Like, why is it important? You know, like, what did you guys do that was so much fun? What did you have in common? And just be like, hey, you know, life is short. You only get so many friends that have, you know, importance. And I think it's stupid how, you know, we let one fight, something dumb, make it so that we're not cool anymore. And hey, I'm going to put my foot forward. I want to reach out. Let's hang out. Let's get a beer. Let's get a coffee.
All right.
You know?
Well, and the thing that Shona was saying, you were saying about the groceries.
Yeah.
It just popped in my head. If you want to talk to a girl that is like picking up fruit or vegetables, instead of just going and say hi, it's like, hey, can you please help me pick up, I don't know, apples or tomatoes?
I don't know, man. If you just told the girl you don't have the physical prowess to pick up a tomato, I think she's going to keep pushing that cart.
I don't know. It just popped out.
I thought the same thing.
It's not a conversation, but
Maybe tell her she has sweet, that you like her melons, you know? Maybe even if there's none in the cart. See how that works out. She might throw a tomato. You know, maybe tell her you can't believe tangerines are on sale. Literally, fuck it. I mean, anything.
Dude,
Who knows?
that just sounds so fucking dumb. I can't
Can you help
believe
me
the
pick up-
tangerines are for sale.
Well, I mean,
Tangerines.
I say that as like a half joke, but like I wouldn't ask her to do anything for you out the gate. You know? Like,
Yeah.
just,
I get that.
you know. But like, if you say, like, that's kind of the point, though, is you can say anything if you say it right. If you know how to be like, can't believe tangerines are on sale again. She's gonna be like, that's the dumbest pickup line I've ever heard, and be like, it's the dumbest one I've ever used. I'm Paul.
Ooh,
Done.
Smooth.
Done. Like, literally, you can say anything.
Smooth.
If you're comfortable
Dude,
going
smooth.
into it, right? Right? See what I mean?
yeah.
It's not about the words. It's about
This
how you deliver them. It's about who's
is the
saying
se-
them.
Girl, we have guests.
But yeah, there you go. I don't know what to do. Do with that information what you will. I don't know
Maybe
what
some
to say there.
tangerine sales going on. It's going to be a lot of
Dude.
tangerine buying.
You better find the nearest store that's selling tangerines and go there.
Dude,
Your
about
soulmate is
anything.
waiting for you. Go, Manuel. Find her. I love
And
you,
he's
Manuel.
out just like that.
All right.
All right, before we go on to the next thing, this guy has asked 3 times.
Gary's gone. Fell over out of a chair. This is awesome. Go find her.
Go find her, Manuel. Go find her. Pat the guy in the
never
back.
know.
Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna put up this one, Paul. This guy's asked this question 3 times now. He wants to know, what advice do you have for him? He's
You can ask 4
13.
times.
He knows this girl for 3 years, and he hasn't had to can tell her feelings towards her, and it's weird, you know.
Yeah, it is. Okay, that's fine. He's
What's
13.
your advice, man?
Short game. Small talk. Don't ever. You don't have. All right, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I'm gonna talk to you like your 13-year-old me, because I used to sit there with the phone book trying to work up the nerve to call a girl out of the phone book because I thought she was cute in school, and I didn't ask her for a number. When you're that age, whatever true feelings you have for her, think about it. They're unjustified. You don't know her. You want to have feelings for that girl. You want to have a girl that you see. But it's not actually about her yet, because you don't really know her. So the reason you'd scare her off with letting her know your true feelings is because there's no reason for you to have true feelings for her. That's why she would run away. She'd be freaked out and she'd run. So instead, just talk about little stuff. Just talk about class today. Just talk about nothing. And if you can get her to want to talk to you more often, then eventually you're going to end up going to the movies with her. You know? You are 100% correct. You will scare her off by telling her your true feelings. Do not do that. But, ask her about stuff from school. Just talk to her about, stuff. Tell her, you know what's great? Humor's great. If someone else made an ass of themselves at lunch, talk to her about that. Be like, can you believe that kid tripped and fell all over his food?
Yeah.
He must be so embarrassed. And she's going to laugh because you're talking about something funny. And then next thing you know, you've been talking with her 5 minutes, and then you talk to her 3 times a week. Next thing you know, she comes up to you to be like, hey, did you see that guy? Or, small, short game. You're 13. Dude, you're so, that's all you should have at this point. Short game.
But yeah, look, you're 13, buddy. You got all the time in the world. Take it.
Yeah.
Just learn things.
Oh yeah.
See what you can bring to the table when you're older.
Yeah.
That's all you can do, really.
Exactly.
Keep those.
You got a great point there. Like, you wouldn't even have true feelings for her. Like, you don't really. Well, you might think you do, but like, how well do you really know this person?
Exactly. You're just horny. You're a 13-year-old kid.
Oh, exactly.
You're just figuring it out. Like you hope that having true feelings for her, if that's where you get the nice guy, because you hope you convince yourself that because there are nice things you want to do for this person, then that's going to have value to her, and that these are like true, you know what I mean? Like, you see something about her that makes her so special. Don't get ahead of yourself. Meet her. You don't know who she is. She might be terrible. She might be the meanest girl you've ever met. And then what? You're still going to have true feelings for her, even though she's horrible, kicks dogs and shit? You don't know her.
Yeah.
Meet her.
There you go.
Meet her.
Gee-ho.
Not just meet her. You know what I mean?
Paul's out here, kicking ass and taking names. All right, we got another guy over here, Daryl.
Hey. Hey, what's up, y'all? I was
What's up,
the
Daryl?
guy who asked Paul
Hey,
about things for starters. I was the same guy. Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. So that's it.
This will be my last.
That's-
What? Yeah.
Go on, sorry.
So this will be my last. No, this will be my last question for Paul. Actually, for this question is about for those who got
Is that a
divorced.
chicken?
So what's the? Yeah.
I thought I heard
Don't
a
mind
chicken in the
that.
background.
It always scream.
That's awesome.
No, yeah. It was a
Rooster,
chicken.
man.
No, really.
Okay.
It's either chicken or rooster. So
Dude, there's your starter.
It happens.
There's your starter right
What?
there. I think
See,
this
you have
week
something to offer.
eggs. If you stay
I know
over,
what
I
you
can
mean,
give
bro.
you the best omelet you've ever had because I got chickens. Dude,
Take my hand in marriage. I have 6 chickens.
I can offer dowry. Your father will love me. I can offer you 3 chickens and a goat.
Oh my god.
Dude, That's your
Man.
starter. Honestly, Daryl. Honestly, that's your starter.
What?
Be like,
What?
hey, just
What about?
let the girl know that you have chickens. Just and find it humorous. Like, do you live somewhere where everybody has
Oh my
chickens,
God.
or is it unusual?
Philippines.
Okay, that's
love the
awesome. I'm
Philippines.
excited that we're talking to the Philippines. So, do a lot of people have chickens?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit. I thought that was going to be a great lead-in.
Yeah.
Um,
That many.
You know, yeah, just short game, man. Just just really learn conversation. But yeah, I don't know.
Yep. It happens.
Tell a girl, be like, I don't know, just still bring in the chickens. I think there's something funny about chickens, man.
It's beautiful. I talk all the time. He's a
I
great
know what
guy.
you mean, bro. I know what you mean.
Always
I know what
speaking.
you're saying.
Right? Be funny, man.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
have
yeah.
a little joke. A little joke. Girls
Yeah,
love to laugh.
I'm being funny, bro.
Yeah.
I'm being funny.
Dude, you're rolling with this conversation. You're chill. You're cool, man. Like, you
Yeah.
get why this is funny.
Yeah.
Like, the one girl we've had on, Shauna, said the most awkward. She doesn't mind if a guy starts a conversation with her, but she doesn't like it if they're awkward. So as long as you have something funny
I see.
to bring, then like the girl's going to be like, oh my God, because girls probably expect it to be awkward. They get approached by guys who don't know what they're doing and they expect it to suck. So if when you walk up to her, you have something fun to say, she's going to be relieved. She's actually going to be like little endorphin kick, like, oh my God, thank God this guy's funny. I actually like this. And you're in.
Yeah.
This guy walked up to me today, started telling me that he's all upset because one of his chickens won't let him sleep at night. He's the only rooster that crows at night, and something's wrong with it.
John just put something in the chat there. Daryl, you're the only guy who could be like, "You want to see my cock?" Bro, you're the only guy who could be like, you know?
No.
Do with that information what you will. Go, Daryl. Daryl, find her.
It was right there. It was right there. It was right there.
So, like,
It was right there.
You didn't see that?
It was. I mean, no, I didn't see his cock. No, I didn't. I didn't see
I meant
it.
the chicken.
It sounded like it was choking. Might as well get them all, right? It might as well get them all. Might as well get them all. Someone's choking his chicken in the back.
I don't even know what to say there. Here's a familiar face for you.
Hey, baby.
Oh, the lion dog.
Hey, last time we was talking, you were in another universe. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. Good. I hope you enjoyed the Vietnam.
This is hilarious.
I know, man. I was calm. I was butt naked on the toilet when I got the message from you, the voice message. I was butt naked on the toilet.
You get completely naked to go on the toilet. That's...
It's gone. I'm never speaking to that individual again. So there I was, butt naked, taking a shit, and then I see your message. No.
We'll come back to that. There was a Seinfeld episode about like taking your shirt off when you sit on the toilet. You go all the way.
Yeah. I mean, no, I was taking a shower, shit shower. So as I'm taking a shit, that's why I got the voicemail from you, my guy. I just died laughing. In terms of dating, what we're talking about dating.
That's a good segue. That's a fucking segue if ever I heard one. Holy shit. Wow. Okay.
Dating. I had a single girlfriend for 5 years. I was husband and wife from 8th grade to 12th grade. Funerals, weddings, engagement parties, you name it, we did it.
What was that last stuff? I heard 8th grade to 12th grade. You said what? Did you say engagement?
Yeah, funerals, weddings, engagement parties, like.
Okay. I thought you were saying like the two of you, like you were engaged.
No.
Shit. Wait a minute.
But like we were very into each other's family, you know, like everyone knew each other, and 12th grade came, like the senior year into college, and I don't know, it just ended. I mean, I tell you that story another day because it's sad and depressing, but it ended. And once it ended, I went to my first year of community college, secondary school for all you Irish guys.
Thanks, Doug.
Dude, I became this constant, like,
Thanks.
I'm gonna fuck you, I'm gonna fuck you, I'm gonna fuck you.
You're a horn dog.
Wait to get mommy, hey yo, mommy, you know?
Jesus Christ. Wow. That's right.
It became an obsession that every chick I got with, I posted a picture with them on my Instagram. And once I posted, that's it, they were done. I was on to the next one. Nothing.
You're a savage, man.
I do, like.
Bruh.
So, like, my dating life.
Thomas's face right now, it says it all. It says it all.
And by the way, I have to go in about 10 minutes. I got to jump off. I have an appointment.
I know you do with me, Dr. Love.
No. Dr. Love.
I don't know. Take your time. You know, never admit the truth. Because they get freaked out. I'm talking to the chat now. But, like, don't overthink it. I see people doing that way too much. You know, should I ask her out? Is it the right timing? You know, blah, blah, blah. She gonna deny me? Dude, just shut the fuck up, grow some balls, and say, hey, you wanna go out to lunch?
There you go. Dog, you've figured. You've figured one.
There you go.
I'm gonna go. You know what? Next time, Dog's gonna do it.
No,
you're fired. You're gone.
It took me over an hour. And
it's sad,
he did it in 10
dude.
seconds.
No,
you know what?
sad. It's sad. It's sad. I'm single today, and I have put more people in relationships that have lasted more than 1 year, and I don't know why. I think I had it way back when.
Love whisperer. That's why.
And then
love whisperer.
You know it, baby. And like college was a big baseball game. I was just running the bases, and now it's like, I don't know. I'm just bored. Like if I want to get some action, that's a phone call. Like that's it. But like,
I'm not hearing a lot of question here. I'm hearing a lot of like Big Mac Daddy.
I'm thinking the same thing.
No, but
you got 3 seconds to come up with a question.
You and Mrs. Like, how you get out of that mind state of, not mind state, but what age do you figure this is the one, this is the only one, and she's gonna come between New York to California with me?
You know, step one is throw age out. There is no age. It's whenever it's 2 parts. It's when you're ready and when you meet that person. So you've got to be ready first, and then what's the old proverb? When the student is ready, the lesson will present itself. Right. You know, like get yourself there first. Like make sure you just threw down hard on having slept with all of New Jersey. So it doesn't sound like during that period you were probably in a position for a relationship. Get to where that's what you want, and when that's what you want, then your eyes will be adjusted to that, and you'll just know. And if you're planning to move to Cali to take over Hollywood, you might just do that on your own anyway. That's a big change. It's a big shift. I mean, you'll know when it's time.
Is it? So I have a question for Jared and Tom now. Coming from the Irish background, like, are you looking for, or is it preferred by the family that you get with an Irish girlfriend to marry? Like, is it more traditional? Because that's the biggest thing I see today with all my cousins and Turkish background. Some of them are marrying like Jews and Italians, which is cool. But when the in-laws come over, it's like this social awkwardness.
Well, it's not exactly that, dog. It's like there's a big difference between Ireland and the Middle East, in fairness, even geographically, especially culturally. Like myself and Thomas, at least in my case, that's not even a notion I'd think of. But just the fact that everyone here is Irish, like it's not like the States, like
Right.
you're all everything. You're everything
ballpark.
here. Like nearly everyone's Irish. It's just 99%, 98% Irish, and that's
I mean,
it. So,
my final note is this. Mr. Ron Bellick said it the best. America is a big ice cream shop of titties with all different flavors.
Did you say titties?
and that's the note I will leave dog on.
Wow. Damn, son.
Paul, you gotta go anyway. But if people want to check you out, where can they find you?
So I'm on Instagram, Paul Roseberry Comedy. Roseberry, just like blueberry, Roseberry.
Put it in the chat. If you want to go check out Paul, this is Instagram links. You know where to find them.
Same with Facebook, just Paul Roseberry. And YouTube, I think I finally come up under my own name. It's an uphill
sorry.
battle, but I'm starting to show up there.
With this, good luck.
Yeah, right?
What, 6 videos together? 7?
What's that?
I think we have like 6 or 7 videos together now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I tag the Awfully Irish and everything I put up.
Crazy.
Put in the old hashtags.
Well, you may as well.
Hey.
There you go. So if they know where to find you, they know where to find you anyway.
They do. And they could find you and you can point them. But
Awesome.
guys, thanks for having me on. I really enjoy the opportunity to hash this stuff out. Hopefully, if even one person got an idea that they didn't have before and it brings them closer to happiness. Happiness. It sounds like a chicken soup for the soul.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you can help some people. And
Hey,
I'm sure if people message you after, you have plenty to say to them.
always. I'm there. I respond. Might take me a second, but I do. Always.
There you go. So
Yeah.
if you got this far, again, fair play to you. Hope everyone enjoyed. We're going to close up now. So take it handy.